Hey guys, this is Arjun Sundaram, your captain of Krakens FC. I'm here to have the match analysis of game week 5 against Inter Majestic. Going into this game, we were on the top of the table after we beat after us for 3-1. That was a very electrifying game where we could go out and high press and push and pull. And going into intermediate game, we wanted to, being on the tabletop, we wanted to increase the goal difference that we had, so that in the later stages of the league, we would have an upper hand. And going into this game, we had a lot of changes in roles and changes in strategies and formations, as we wanted to play more offensive football in this game. So going into this game, we did have a lot of injuries. As much as our plans were to go offensive, most of the injuries were quite crucial for us. So the injuries were on Ashwin and Ozzy majorly. We had a hamstring pull, and that was a big injury for him. And we had even Subhash, who had a light injury that he was recovering from. So along with this, we had another possible injury that was coming in on that day. That was Ankit's. So with all these injuries, who are my prime midfielders and CAMs and one defender, we wanted to still go out and try the offensive game that we wanted to. So the changes we had were Sonu and Quinton. Quinton had come back into the side after a break, and Sonu from the coaching side had come in to play his first game for Krakens. And going into the game, we had Subhash, who was, since he was injured, we had Dheeraj taking his spot. And going into the formation, we played a 3-5-2 formation where it was more offensive, more attacking. And me as a captain had to take up the role of the coach because Sonu was playing in. So there were a lot of role shifts and formation changes that we wanted to try, and sometimes making an effort to try different formations and strategies can be a push and pull. You can get to know what are the things that you can do with this team and what are the things that you can't do, the pros and cons. So this game was one game where we could go do that, and that's what we went out and did. And to my first time experience on the bench as a coach, I could see how much of plan that we went in and how much of it worked up, because it took us the first 28 minutes to score a goal. Intermajestic were really good with their what do you say, the gameplay, because they had not won the game, and they are also looking out for a win, and they played really well. They had a lot of shots on target. They tested Darwin as much as possible, and the game went on into the second half with only 1-0. We wanted a lot of goal difference, but we still went on with 1-0, and boys took a little pressure, mainly because they were trying, they getting the ball. Possession was on our side, but the conversion and the working rate was a little low. And I do not blame the boys, mainly because everyone made a lot of attempts, and the goalkeeper on the other side also made a lot of good saves. I would like to give it to them. And Intermajestic also pressed as much as they could. So giving a big thumbs up to how Intermajestic played this game. Towards the second half, we did have a few changes that we could make. Along with Melu's first goal that went in the first half. Second half, I wanted to press a little more with fresh legs. So we got guys like Anas, Danush, and other boys inside. We wanted to try players also, because this is one game where we can try. So Monish, we got him, and I also had to get into the pitch. And I think a special mention would be Ashish, who got into the pitch for the first time for Krakens. Initially, we were looking at resting Arvind, but looking at how the game was going, we needed someone on the outfield, so we got Ashish as a CDM. And kudos for the bicycle kick that he tried. I would like to say it's a 10 on 10 for effort, for what do you say, for the quality or the how the kick was. You can watch the video here and comment on the section saying how much you would rate the bicycle kick that he did. So going towards the end of the game, yes, we did go into a 2-0 victory. It wasn't exactly like how we planned. And I think my debutant as a coach also was quite a challenge. And I would like to have my first three standout players for this game would be Melu for the goals, two goals that he scored. And I would like to mention Abhi for finding his form in this game. And he really did do a lot of intersections and pullbacks and everything. And my main man Sonu for giving some very beautiful touches. And I think we saw him do the NBL logo touch in this game only. It was a very beautiful game sense that we saw from Sonu. And sometimes coaches when they come out and play after a long time, we did have a lot of thoughts on how this is going to go. But when we tried a lot of things, we could see our coach Sonu come out and guide the team to play better. So we saw that bondage built. We may not have got a good result, but we saw the bond on the pitch grow better. We started making better game plays. We started doing a lot of things. Yes, it was a little disappointing with the game as we didn't get the result that we wanted. But again, this game was another, what do you say, work in progress, I would say. And sometimes progress that we have towards the league is a bigger picture that we see than each game. Because a win at 3 points is what we look at. I know it is going to be a press on us for the later games, but that's something that is a challenge because of how our process or how our attempts didn't work out well. Not completely disappointed with the result, partially being disappointed with it. I would really like to give a good commendable mentions to everyone who played. They had very good mentality going into the game. Boys were really interested to go out and express themselves, try to get those goal difference that we wanted. And like I said, the game might not have gone according to plan, but I really appreciate the boys for showing a really good mentality. As I could see that, I remember talking to Ashish and Sonu about this match, saying that the Wednesday practice session that we had a really fun session where boys were very much excited and active, and they're looking forward for this game because like often going into a game where you can do what you want and try to express yourself and get to a lot of goals where you have chances to do a lot of things. You have position, more possessions, and more what do you say, good passing and good dribbling in your side. You have that confidence. Boys, yes, they did went to go into the game with confidence, but sometimes football is a game where you can't predict how things are going to go. We wanted a lot of goals, but we had to settle with 2 goals. Yes, it was a pinch, but that kind of put the boys in a totally new challenge going after this game. That we'll be playing on 2, 3 very tough teams from here on. Let it be Titans or Technico. So I think next year playing on Technico after this, and that fixture is a place where boys can redeem themselves and what do you say, maybe go out and get a win out of it. So that's the mindset that we're looking at the end of this game. So talking about mentality, I would like to give a special mention to and a shout out to Ankit, who came and played a brilliant game in the previous game against After Us, got us a crucial wins. And I think unfortunately now he's going through a health condition that is going to keep him out of the league, the rest of the league. So I would wish and pray that he has a speedy recovery, and looking forward for him to come back into the pitch and come back into our Kraken's side and start again. And all that push and pull that we have for the team, I see the boys coming up and standing up for the occasion and doing the right things, getting the plans executed, and looking forward for the next game where our plans go according to what we keep in mind, and play better football and play more responsible and try to get going with the league and hopefully finish up in the top of the league table. Thank you.